Hello and welcome. This session is going to focus on network communications. So we're going to pick up exactly where we left off. Right now we have Maligno with one payload ready, which is Meterpreter reverse HTTP, and everything will be served over port 80 with no SSL. So I have started already the Metasploit services. So let's start Maligno. Okay, it's up and running. Let's get our MSF console in place. Okay, all set. And we will use exactly the same client that we generated in the previous example. So let's go to the victim machine and let's start. Before we actually invoke, let me start Wireshark so we can have a look at the contents of the communications on the wire. So let's focus here on HTTP and let's go. So here we see the request has come and we have gotten our session in Metasploit. Okay, everything's over there. Let me stop here and go up. So as you see, we were serving everything over HTTP. So here we have traffic from Maligno and then Meterpreter communicating over HTTP. So these two, we have a request from the Maligno client asking for the payload, and as we see, we are using the standard profile, which is using index ASPX with an ID 0, which was the payload ID, the user agent, and all the headers that were configured. At the same time, as you see here, the payload is it was encrypted, and as we see here, base 64 encoded. So the information has been flowing from the server to the client, and as we see, everything was actually quite compact. So let's have a look at the new configuration now. This time we will send the payloads over HTTPS. Keep in mind that we have the same payload as before, Meterpreter reverse HTTP, and Maligno will transmit everything over HTTPS. So we have SSL true here and port 443. Actually, the port number is, it's up to you as long as it's not taken or as long as it's not in use. So let's go. We will start. And the same handler would be okay. Let me just start it in any case. Our MSF console. And on the victim machine, I have already sent, or I have prepared a client which is going to request everything over HTTPS. Okay, all set, and let's start here. Actually, always remember to get Wireshark in place. Okay, here we go. The client is started. And then the request comes and our session is now in Metasploit. Keep in mind that the client is configured with a maximum time when it comes to executing the logic with 10 seconds. So that's why it took a little bit of time to for the request to arrive here. But we see that everything came in. Let's go back here to Wireshark. Okay, and here we see the actual communication happening from the client and coming from the client to the Maligno server. We see that everything is SSL, in fact. So there isn't much that we can actually inspect. Okay, here we can see the server certificate that we generated on the installation, and well, nothing else. However, if we have a look at the rest of the communications we get in the request, it serves the payload over HTTPS, and then if we see here, Meterpreter going over HTTP on port 444. Okay. So as you see, just tweaking or changing the server configuration, it is possible to customize the server protocol, whether HTTP or HTTPS, which can be used to send the payload from Maligno to the client. Thanks for watching.